Great day, great day, great day. Once again, it's the Melanin Man, aka a voice of consciousness. Yes, here I am, the Melanin Man. Yes, once again, want to share with you just a brief. Not going to be on here long. I know the last couple of times I was on there for an hour or close to an hour. It's really all about raising the frequency. Is all about knowing energy, frequency, and vibration, and knowing how that works. So we're going to talk about what today is the what is today's date? Today's date is the 23rd of May 23rd, 2022. And so we're going to talk about the programming, the protocols of programming. The protocols of programming. So you can understand how this thing works, or at least get an idea of how you work. So the protocols of programming are such that you consistently are being inundated with information and data on a regular basis. In, out. You're processing, you are consuming, you are expelling information. Whether it be verbal, audibly, psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, scientifically, however, you're constantly, consistently, on a regular basis processing and encoding encrypted information. Every experience that you have is a part of the process to exposing yourself and your cells to some activity vibrationally. And so therefore you are consistently, repetitiously having an experience, and you are determining, maybe not exactly how you're experiencing, but you are determining the type of experiences that you're having. High frequency, low frequency. At some level, depending on your ability to process and hold a conscious stream of information at a particular dimensional level, you are accessing and processing all day long, even while you're sleeping. Even while your body's at rest, you're still processing, encoding, encrypting, decrypting information. Because consciousness is the all that is the all that is. Everything. It has allowed itself, or it is the medium by which has the ability to be in everything on any level and every level. So to understand something, you are on every level, dimension that is. You are there. What do you think the quantum field of possibilities is for? It's for your imagination. So whatever you can imagine, you have the ability to focus and have the experience of that which you may, or that which you will imagine or can imagine. So the protocols of programming is such that you repeat and repeat till it lodges itself or flows into the subconscious, that becomes a part of the instruction, if you will, consciously. So you, the sacred sovereign being that you are, that is divine, in this divine presence of the all that is, you have the ability and are projecting vibratory frequencies, or projecting rhythmic wave patterns of ideas, thoughts, experiences, memories. You're managing and monitoring all of these things at the same time. Now, with the intention of your heart and the sincerity and the authenticity of your truth, and you expressing that within yourself, you have the ability to magnetize yourself, pull yourself to or away from that which is supportive, that which is harmonizing, that which is in synchronicity with your highest frequency, highest resonant self. You have that ability. As a matter of fact, you're being aided, because the environment that we are in, or the paradigm that we've shifted to, is in support of the truth of the all that is. The truth of the all that is being, in essence, expressed at its essence. And guess what? You are that essence. So the protocols of programming is, number one, before you came here, because we are non-local beings. The body is local. The soul is non-local. Let me say that again. Your physical body is local. It is locally, it is regionally, it is materially present in this space. The soul that you are is outside of time and space. It does not exist in the place where you physically are. It is a projection. You are a projection of the source that you are as soul. Each soul is a source that's connected to the ultimate source, the all-encompassing source. So everyone has a angle that they are traveling from and to, centered in source, the total source, as representation of the source as you are, being whatever you're being. So the protocols of programming is repetition. Repetition. So people talk about affirmations. If you say this 10 times, or you say this 3 times, or you twirl around 9 times. Well, those are the protocols of programming. You know, the ability to remember requires that you practice or keep saying or looking in the mirror or whatever to repeat it over and over and over until it gets lodged into your psyche. Well, you are programming yourself. You wake up and tell yourself, beautiful person, you're a beautiful being, look in the mirror and I love you. You know, you're programming. That's one of the protocols of programming. Other protocols are inciting fear. Fear cuts to the depths of your subconscious, cuts into the depths of your subconscious. When there's trauma, it cuts into the depths of your subconscious to generate an idea of fear, being fearful of something. So when you have, or as you have, or when you have trauma and drama consistently in your life, guess what? It generates a vortex of energetic resonance that becomes a swirling, a vortex swirls, like your chakras, and thereby generates a vortex of low frequency that is magnetizing you into that swirling vortex black hole, if you will, or is propelling you out of it, depending on you and your ability to process higher frequencies or whatever frequencies you're processing. Just know, based on your experiences that you're having, that can tell you if you're processing at a high frequency or low frequency. If there's always trauma, drama, and ill people or ill situations and circumstances that's happening, you are vibrating at a lower frequency or a slow frequency that is allowing you to be magnetized to drama, trauma, and you're processing those types of energies because that's what you're carrying. To be light as a feather, means you're holding on to nothing that is of any that's been programmed before. All of that which you've been programmed before with is not vibrating at your best or your highest, or is not going to, I don't want to say manifest, because you manifest nothing. The field of possibilities, the eternally infinite quantum field of possibilities, in it exist all circumstances, situations, and conditions. You get to choose and pick what you want to experience from that field. And you do it by allowing yourself to be consciously aware of your ability to process higher frequencies of thought. Everything is a thought. Nothing is, excuse me, pardon me. Whoa, that cleared me right up. Everything is a thought. Starts as a thought. The thought is a frequency. That frequency is resonant in the field of in the quantum field of possibilities. That thought is a possibility. It resonates in that field, the quantum field of possibilities. You don't see a thought. You don't see the quantum field of possibilities. You can't see an atom. You can't see the ethereal realm unless you're viewing with your first eye, not your third eye. It's not your third eye. That's the first eye. That's the eye that you have traveled to get to the womb with. You were seeing before you got to the womb with your first eye. So understand, part of the processing, the protocols of programming, is to remember who you are, the sacred, sovereign soul that you already are. This is this didn't just happen overnight. You've been here. The ancestors are dwelling within you. They're non-local, however. They dwell in the DNA, but they dwell in your DNA as frequencies. They dwell in your DNA as frequencies. All of that which you are, beyond the physicality of what you are, metaphysically, is a frequency. Encoded, and you encrypt, you decrypt, you encode or decode the encrypted signaling or the frequencies that you are able to process at a higher frequency. And in order for you to not hold on, not try to covet or control, however, in order for you to experience these higher frequencies, you must be light as a feather. Light as a feather meaning you can't hold on to grief, anger. You can't hold on to low self-esteem. You can't, the higher frequencies of you that you are at your best does not, all frequencies are in you, but you cannot allow those lower frequencies to be in leadership positions, because all frequencies, you possess all frequencies. You possess all aspects of anything that is everything that is anything. You have that ability. With your imagination, you are able to do whatever you desire as to have as an experience. And through that experience, it allows you to process higher or lower frequencies of light, which is consciousness. Illumination, which is consciousness. So some of it could be subtle, some of it can be it's no real, you can't really qualify or try to number or limit this. There's no limit to it. You trying to box air. You can't gather up all the air and box it and then label it. You can't do it. So part of the protocols of programming is to be aware that you are the programmer. Whatever programs you're running, you're the one that has allowed it to run. So the protocols would be to be aware of being emotionally out of control. Be aware of so quick to judge others by your idea of what the standard is. Remember, you've been given a programming, you've been given and programmed in a way that is beneath you, Divine One. So in order for you to free or liberate yourself from the and it's nothing demonic, it's nothing, there's no devil, there's no demons. It's more about low frequency or high. That which is lower frequency, you might want to term it the demon or devil or something, whatever. But that's basically the drama and the trauma that's visited upon you, that you can say is hellish or whatever you want to call it. You can give it any term you like. However, the more you associate yourself with those frequencies that are beneath you, the stronger the vortex is that you generate around the low frequencies that you're thinking, feeling, acting, and doing in. You're not creating, but you are magnetizing yourself to a realm whereby your lowest self, your lower frequency, your lower resonant self, residing in, you're allowing yourself to be there comfortably for whatever reason. If you're comfortable, that's on you. If you're uncomfortable, that's the beginning of the movement that takes you to the next level. If you're still comfortable with everything that's going on, if you're allowing yourself to be comfortable consistently, you're repetitiously feeding yourself and reminding yourself of how to function in a dysfunctional manner other than your divine self. When you become uncomfortable, that's when you are moving away from the conditional programming. Conditional programming is just as it says. Everything is based on a condition. When you are unconditionally programming yourself, that would look like I now remind myself that I am much more than I've been told. I now embrace all that I am in this now moment to harmonize with the highest vibratory frequency that is. I now take myself and move beyond the wall or the limitation or the minimalization that I've been conditioned and programmed to see, feel, touch, smell, hear, and I now transcend them. I go beyond that to reacquaint myself with that which is the self that is illumined at its highest realm, touching the ethers, experiencing unlimited, infinite realities. So you can and have the power to program yourself beyond this space, this place, beyond this. You can go beyond this. There are those without souls cannot. Those without souls are desperately seeking to hold you down because you're the one powering it up for them. So it is very, 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 very important that we remember, because nobody's teaching you anything. If they're teaching you, then that means you're following. And if you're following, then that means you don't have any direction for yourself. And if you have no direction, then you're being led astray. And I can say that unequivocally, that you're being led astray, because no divine soul wants to be in charge of you. No divine soul. No, that's against the natural order of being. You have the right to be. So does any and everything else. And so there should be a level of respect for that being. You don't have to like it. You don't need to have to run around with it. You don't have to agree with it. But respect means allow it to be what it is, because that's what it is. If it's not, that ain't got nothing to do with you. So we have to know that we are sovereign. Oh yeah, you're protected. There's no reason to be afraid of anything, because you're already everything. You are the all that is, being all there is, as you. And so the protocols of programming is to know this. Part of the protocols is to know. Part of the protocols to programming yourself is to know that you are, not guess, not I think, well I hope, I got faith. No, you got to know this. And I say it every week. I say it all the time. If not every week, you have to know. And even if you don't know, if you repeat it, your subconscious don't know the difference between you saying it and you're not sure of it, or you're saying it because you know it. But if you say you know it and you keep repeating that you know it, or you say that you are, or I am that I am a healer, I am centered, I am whole, I am at peace, I am love, I am loving, I am lovable. If you say it, just say it. It don't matter who knows. You don't have to say it around anybody. You can look in the mirror every day, but say it. Because what happens is you start to come online to the essence of yourself. Because your subconscious is being reprogrammed. You reprogram from, oh, you're worthless, or you're old filthy rag. No, you're not. That's a part of the programming to keep you on a low frequency, so that you can build a vortex around magnetism and magnetize yourself to all of these circumstances and conditions and the programs that are less than you are. We are not here to assume that people that does not have your best interest is going to give you the keys to your sovereignty. That's going to give you the keys to your sacred paths. That's going to make sure you know where you need to go to get in touch with the all that you already are. You can't, there's no way you can think that someone that's got conquering, wanting to conquer, and divide and conquer, and all these types of things, capitalism and all racism and all these other isms, there's no way that you can think that these individuals, whoever they might be, have your best interest in heart. I mean, if you do think that, then that's you. There's nothing wrong with what you're thinking. It's how you're processing what you're thinking. So, I mean, you can be in this place but not of it. That means you know something more than they're telling you. So repeat to yourself that which you know beyond that which you've been told. Keep consistently, repetitiously feeding and fueling your subconscious with self-hypnosis is what it is. Tell yourself, whether you believe it or not, tell yourself what you want to feel good about, what you want to have the highest hopes for. Now, hope and you thinking doesn't make it so. What makes it so is your confidence in the knowing based on the experiences that you've had that has shown you. See, we all got stories. We all got stories. Everybody's got a story. And our stories are unique to us. Whether someone was there or not, our stories are unique to us. And we all have stories that took us from a place where it didn't seem like anything was possible. There's no way this could have worked. But it worked for you. Everybody's got that very story that you can't explain it. You don't know how to explain it, but it worked for you, and it was seeming like something that would have been impossible. And so let's pay attention. I am possible. Impossible is I am possible. There's no such thing as an impossibility. With the quantum field of reality, the quantum field of possibilities, there are no impossibilities. You just have to align yourself with that conscious stream of energetic resonance that allows you to vibrate at the highest frequency possible, and watch how all of the other trauma and drama, watch how it falls away. Alright, so I'm not going to go a long time this time tonight. I'm just going to say that the protocols of programming is within your reach. It's actually in your hands. You have it. You have all that you'll ever need for anywhere you need. You will be able to go through no matter what. So it's really important that we understand, and overstand that you have a covenant, a divine covenant, eternally infinite covenant. That means it's never going to fail you. Ever. Never, ever, 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 ever going to fail you. You can't. It's fail-proof, actually. You can't even mess it up. No matter how hard you try, you can't mess it up. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to try to be anybody. Just be yourself. The more you allow yourself to be authentically true to yourself, the more it will allow you to be expressed in your wholeness. See, we have to start moving and being in the presence of this now moment as the essence that we're actually breathing. We're breathing the essence of the all that is, right? As you breathe, you're breathing it every day. So you can go without a meal or two. You can go without water. You can't go without breathing. That's the essence that you already are. That's replenishing you daily. So we cannot allow ourselves to lose sight or forget who and what we are. Now, we did what we did, and that's the end of that. We're now awake. So, family, it's a great day. Every day, I say that every day. It's a great day. Every day is a great day. There's no bad days. There's only those days that are a little better than others. Some are not so much. Some are more so than others. But there's no such thing as a bad day. Remember, the protocols of programming are such that you must consistently, repetitiously fuel yourself with the thought processes that are in line with your highest resonant frequency, and it's not what you've been given. So you have to divest yourself from that, because that's not going to work for you. It hasn't all this time. It's not going to ever. Matter of fact, it's going to be worse now in this time if you're holding on to that, because you're in a space and a place where you are ascending, or you've been ascending, or you're an ascension master in the realm of masters. You don't know who you're talking to, or who you're hanging with, or who, However, you are the master of your vessel. So to allow yourself to be inundated with somebody else's idea of what you should be doing, that's not masterful. So let's be clear. I am the Melanin Man, aka a voice of consciousness. Like, share, subscribe if you choose. Appreciate it. I appreciate you listening. It don't matter if you do or you don't. But it's appreciative that you're sharing, or that you're experiencing, getting exposure to this frequency. Why? Because obviously you wanted to, and you felt a need to, and it's available to you. Okay? So let's be all good with it. Let's be all love with it. Or not. It's a choice. It doesn't matter one way or the other what you choose. It's about me. It's what I'm choosing. It's about you. It's about what you're choosing for you. What I choose for me may or may not do anything for you. And maybe it does. We can share these frequencies, high frequency conversations about that which is of a higher resonance, or we don't have to. But peace, family. Know, and know the all that you are is ready, willing, supportive, and waiting on you. Peace.